Nick, it finally happened. It's finally here. The moment I've been waiting for. My car is currently in pieces. Sorry, one more time?
Oh, I just said you've been Volkswagened.
I've been Volkswagened. And they all said to me, they said, oh, just send it with a tune. What's the worst that's going to happen? Right? And I want to be clear. And I held my ground. Oh, lordy, I did. Okay? I stood, I said, no. I paid for the warranty. And by golly, I'm gonna make sure I use it. And guess what? My car is currently...
You have been.
Sorry?
I said, and you sure have been.
I sure have been. By golly, my vehicle is currently in an undisclosed location in pieces, surrounded by 16-year-old techs. I am certain it will only go well. The story, we'll keep it brief because we got a lot to cover here, but very, very pertinent. The Golf R is in pieces, in a garage, in a VW dealership, God bless. I do have a warranty, thank you God. Now, what went wrong? So, we'll get to that because we'll start with lights kept popping on my dash, and they would go away. It's the EPC light, which is apparently like emergency power control. I don't know what that means. I Googled it, and Google said, I don't fucking know. So I was like, great. Not helpful. I shut the car off, it goes away. All right? It started happening more, and then it came with a check engine light. And before that check engine light, the day before I parked the car, and then the next day I got the check engine light, I was idling in traffic, and I heard psh, and I was like, what the fuck was that? Sounds like a faulty...
It's the sound of your wallet depressurizing.
Yeah, it's the sound of... Exactly. So, thank that. If only I didn't have this wallet-sized condom known as a warranty, it would have been real bad. But, yeah, so what was that sound? So I got a check engine light. I'm upset. Before it was just an EPC light. Now it's a check engine light. And I'm like, this sucks. I drive my car. We go to our car meet. That was nice. At Honey Seal. Good time. Mm-hmm. And you go, hey, why don't we scan your code? And I went, yes, let's do that. Let's find out what it is. Now, I was convinced it was a vacuum leak or something. But no. I rolled, and the car went, what's the most expensive possible thing that could happen to you? I think, parts-wise, this is the most expensive possible thing. Labor-wise, not as much. Because labor, I guess, like head gasket or like... You know,
yeah, labor-wise, there's probably more expensive things. Like if you had to replace, I don't know, like you said, the head gasket or something in the transmission, or potentially the transmission itself.
Yes, but parts-wise, other than the transmission, this is probably the most expensive thing. So what went wrong? The code said turbo actuator fault for the uninitiated.
Yeah, what was the exact? It was like P00AF or something.
You sent it to me. It was P00AF. Yeah, the autism's back. P00AF turbocharger supercharger boost control module performance. Status confirmed. They were certain of it. So, for the uninitiated with the Golf R, one of the most, and the GTI, happens with the GTI, most common issue, the internal electronic wastegate for the turbo just fucks off. It just stops working, stops functioning. It seizes. Either it seizes open or it seizes shut. But it seizes. I'm reasonably confident mine was seized shut. Because I was definitely my
car is really powerful lately.
Yeah, it's really moving. I was looking at the fucking boost gauge, and I'm like, that's a strange number. I'm like, 33. Like, that's weird. In third gear. See, I remember I messaged you, and I was like, it's weird that the boost gauge says 30 when it says the car's supposed to have 18 pound, but it's like doesn't remove atmospheric or whatever pressure, which is about 15 pounds. So it's actually about right. It's like 15, 16 pounds. But I only ever saw those numbers in first gear. Seeing that in third gear was alarming. And I was like, So I booked it in immediately. The code went away, and I was very nervous that they would not be able to replicate it. As maybe you've heard, I've had very bad experiences with dealers. But
yeah,
to my surprise, and sheer joy. They not only were able to confirm everything I did, they even managed to say, yeah, we're fairly certain that this rust I'm having on my roof, very strange, is covered under your rust warranty. They deny everybody. I've heard that they just deny everything. They say you have it, and then they say, oh, it's road rash. Oh, that's Curbrash. That's fucking whatever, right? That's whatever reason why, fuck you, right? But they're like, no, that's fucked. You're right. We're going to fix it for you. Beautiful.
Found the dealer that's taking care of you.
I found the dealer that's taking care of me. So I was like, wow, VW Milton. Wow, amazing work. And so the claim has been verified with my extended warranty. So yeah, turbo, fucked. O2 sensor, fucked. Like, just full send.
Honestly, they're probably just replacing the O2 sensor because it's probably rusted onto the downpipe, like rust welded. And
it could be.
It's just, they just need to replace it because there's no taking the old one out.
It's possible.
But hey, works out for you.
Works for me. So yes, what is it? Turbo fucked. Now, what's funny about this? Third turbo for this car. So
yes, yep.
Yeah, that's kind of something. So the one that came with it, the one was replaced with, and now a new one. Third.
Now, I have a question. Despite this knowledge and the fact that your car is getting a new turbo under your purview,
yes,
would you still get another Golf R given that you are having good dealership and warranty experiences?
See, that's the $1 million question. I will say I've read mixed reviews, but I think they need to be taken with a grain of salt because most people are idiots. So I would say yes. Now, I've had very bad dealer experiences at Subaru, for example. As you know, we've talked about it in the past, but I would not purchase a Subaru because of those experiences.
You know what? Buying my girlfriend's STI out was a bit of a pain.
Yeah, really? Tell me about
that. Well, it was just like we just wanted to go there, hand them the check, sign the papers, and leave. Like, we got shit to do. Yeah. We booked it like 2 weeks in advance, and it took them like 2 hours to get the paperwork together while we were sitting there. And like, she booked it in advance because the way, like, my girlfriend's really busy. The way her schedule was going to work that day was she wanted to go to Subaru, buy the car out, and then she had to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
And like, she's self-employed. She does freelance work. So like, time is quite literally money to her.
Yes.
And she was very nearly late for her first appointment because Subaru was trying to figure out her paperwork and how she could buy the car out. And I was like,
how?
Yeah, like, what did she need to sign? Let's get these forms together for it. And it's like, why isn't this ready?
Also, don't you do this all the time?
Like, the whole folder should have been here before we arrived, ready to be signed. And then you take the check and we bounce. Like, what do you mean?
I would have presumed that they would have just like
we had our safety ready. We had the insurance ready. They tried to fight us on the safety too. They were like, oh no, you need a dealership safety. And I was like, no, you fucking don't. You shut the fuck up.
The wrong person to fight with for sure is you.
Yeah.
Okay. What? Okay. So typical dealer bullshit. You can't do anything with these. You can't take these people anywhere. Really, you can't. They will fuck you every corner they can.
Yeah.
And waste because their time is very, very important and it will not be wasted.
Oh, always.
But your time?
Nobody more important than the dealership's time.
Yeah. But your time, fuck you. Which is like, okay. But that's a very disheartening. And what Subaru was it?
It was Subaru of Hamilton.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to name and shame. I don't care.
You should.
There for anything.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, I mean, in all fairness, it does seem to get better the more you move up the echelon of cars.
Sure.
Like, Volkswagen seems to be doing well by you. My mom has a Lexus. They treat her wonderfully.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, the Lexus, like, that tier is sort of where you start with the, like, they'll just come pick your car up at your house for service and leave the loaner there for you all day.
I wanted to talk about that, but let me close quickly on the number. Because it's no $10,000 obviously, and I'm not paying it, so it's basically zero. But the total service is almost $5,200 for the turbo, O2 sensor, and a day of labor to get it done. With my warranty, I will be paying.
I'm just trying to do the math. That means if it's a day of labor, like 8 hours,
Yes,
assuming they're doing like $200 an hour.
I think it's actually 160 an hour, but yeah.
Oh wow, that's cheaper than the people that.
Well,
work
the
in my
diagnostic is 160 an hour, so I don't know if that's the same labor rate.
Well, I mean, we'll cut it in the middle. Let's say about 180 an hour. So that means you're at about 14. So yeah, the turbo's probably $2,900,
It's
$3,000.
about $3,000, yeah.
The remainder.
I think it's about $3,200 or $3,000.
That's not bad for an OEM. Like it's expensive, obviously, but like
it's very expensive.
An OEM turbo, I honestly would have expected more.
An OEM turbo that is going to fail in the next in the next 60,000 kilometers.
Yeah, I mean, I was reading about it. Apparently, it's more common in areas like ours because we live in the Rust Belt, and it's like the actuator arm rusts out and seizes. So a lot of people recommend because apparently you can like see it and reach it with the hood open and the engine plastic cover off to shoot it with, I forget what kind of anti-seize, but it apparently helps.
Maybe I will do that with my fresh one. Yeah, because it's difficult, but yeah, so I will be paying $200 for this. I've never been more pleased, and I paid $2,800 for the warranty, so we are definitely up. But yeah, pretty good. Anyway, sorry, to go back to what you're saying. I wanted to talk about that too because my brother owns a Genesis. And it's a Hyundai. And the first thing they did yeah, not good. The first thing they did was make sure you never set foot in a Hyundai dealer, which is completely understandable. But that service of like coming and take it away and then like bring it back when it's done, like nothing better.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like once you experience it, it's probably like it's like heated seats or Android Auto. It's like once you've had it, you really don't want to go back to not having it.
100%. I'm
like my Supra, like I drop my Supra off at the dealer for service and they send me home in a local cab.
Really?
Yes. That's the shuttle. They don't even have their own shuttle. They just send me home in a cab or an Uber.
Yeah, no, they were doing that at God, where did they do that recently? Oh, it was Toyota. It was actually Burlington Toyota when I was having the FRS done for some reason. They also did that. They were just they've gotten rid of their shuttle. It's an Uber, but VW still has a shuttle.
Yeah, I don't understand why they don't have a shuttle. Like they pay the shuttle driver. I know they pay the shuttle drivers minimum wage because I worked at the dealer. And the shuttles themselves are just write-offs. Like they sell the car to themselves at cost in inventory and then write it off as a business expense when it's done. And
then they sell it used when it's finished anyway. They're not losing any money.
No. So I don't understand.
No,
I mean,
don't know.
And it's not just me, like as a Supra owner, it's like you could go buy like a Land Cruiser or a top of the line Tundra or Sequoia or something. Those are like $100,000 trucks.
And do they make a point of only sending the nice cars home in a local cab or Uber?
Oh no, everybody gets that treatment.
Oh, everybody gets that. Okay, yeah.
That's just what they do.
The Toyota dealer experience is bad, yeah.
It's not horrible. It's just I don't know. It feels kind of chintzy. Like I very vividly remember, I think it was not this year's service, last year's service. The cab that came to pick me up, one of the it was a van, and one of the rear doors didn't work. And when I got into it from the other side, there was just like door molding hanging.
That's my favorite.
Right? Because like let's be honest, cabs, they're not very well maintained.
No, they're disgusting.
They're fucking abhorrent places to be. And that's part of the reason why Uber's so popular is because those seem to be at least a little better maintained. But like, I got into that van cab first, like one door wasn't working, which this is already a little bit alarming. And then on the highway driving home, I could like feel the brake judder as he was slowing down from the back seat.
Always a pleasure. You're like, It only takes one loose screw.
Yeah, it's like, wow. Like this person drives people around, and
Yeah, no.
this is
This
deemed
is
acceptable for that.
this is a car that is on the road for a purpose daily. That's terrifying. I don't trust I don't trust cabs. I don't trust Ubers. I don't trust people who drive Elantras. Like, I just know it's not maintained. Like, that's the fucked up thing. People who drive Corollas are the same people who drive Elantras. The difference is if you buy the Corolla and you spend a few $1,000s more, that car is basically built that you're going to neglect its maintenance. They know it's going to happen. That's why they use DOT3.
Yeah, it's built into the ownership
Yes.
experience.
You put oil and you go. Everything else is
There's
secondary.
a reason why Hyundai service departments stock short blocks.
Yes, there's a fucking reason. Because they treat Elantras like Corollas, and it don't fucking work that way. I'll be honest, new vehicle-wise, I don't mind if it came right off the lot. I don't mind driving an Elantra. I'm sure it's fine. It's fine.
Oh,
That's
they're way
not what
better
it
than
is.
they used to be.
Yeah, way better. That's not the issue.
I just don't like the people that drive Elantras.
No, because inevitably you ask them why they picked an Elantra, and they will respond because it was the cheapest thing.
Yep.
Like,
it's literally it every time.
yeah, I've never heard a different reason.
No.
No.
And it's like it's not like they're inherently bad. Like, yeah, they had a bad run with the Theta 2 engines, I think it was the ones they got sued over, but not all of their engines are bad.
just most of them.
And like as a vehicle, they're not that bad.
They're fine. They're
The
fine.
owners just suck.
But they're not like people say this often, but it's like German vehicles. Even like this is not because it's, but like even with the VW, it is reliable minus the turbo. It is reliable assuming you do the maintenance, right? And the maintenance is the maintenance. It's not optional. It is, yes, you must do the brake flush every, like I'm gonna have to do it in March. You must do the brake flush every 2 years. You must do, like, this is the way it is. That logic does not exist for the kind of people who own Elantras, because to them it's like every car is the same. And my brother, his Corolla, he only puts oil in it, so why should I have to do any of the services? What do you mean brake fluid flush? What do you mean it's going to be this much money? And then they become, it's like the kicking the can down the road of maintenance, like a lot of BMW owners do. Very common, right?
Oh, the good old, yeah, I'll do that next service.
Yeah, next time. When they tell me to do something, I fucking do it. Like on my car. Like, I'm not gonna do it to the dealer, but like when they're like, oh yeah, you need to do your transmission, I'm like, off it goes. Like, it's gonna get done. Like, I do not want a $4,000 problem down the line.
Yeah, I take it the autistic step further, and I track all my services in a spreadsheet. And because my Supra is German, and I'm sure you understand this having a German Golf, but they very nicely lay out all your services as service 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yes.
And each service lists out everything that needs to be done in that service.
Mm-hmm.
So I know what service my car should be getting beforehand, and I don't make them. I ask them. I'm polite. I ask them nicely what the service will entail when I'm booking it, so that they can confirm it lines up with my sheet. And then I read the invoice when it's done to make sure it was all done.
And then I assure that they've done it correctly.
Yes. I own my German car like a German owner.
As you should. And I think that's the issue. Like Toyota is a brilliant company, not because their vehicles are very good commuters, because they've set a standard that no other company can really achieve. That they've built the car to be absolute idiot proof. You cannot maintain it, and it will probably be fine. You can not, like, because they do everything longest shelf life.
They will run poorly longer than most cars will just run.
Yeah. Honda used to be like that. They've lost that. As soon as they turbo the vehicles, gone.
Oh, those turbo engines. In all fairness, Toyota's turbo engines, at least the V6 ones, kind of doing the same thing to them. They had a really bad issue with the V6 turbos that they put in the Tundras specifically. There was a recall.
Mm-hmm. Not shocking. I mean, turbos add complexity, and complexity means more services to keep it running correctly. And
Yeah. In all fairness, like I will say, the G16 that they use in like the GR Yaris and Corolla seems to be a solid platform. The 2.4 turbo that they're putting in like the fucking everything these days seems to also be not bad,
Mm-hmm.
but their V6 kind of fucked them.
Yeah, big time. But you know, just that, just it's just something you need to keep in mind. I feel like that, like you either you do the maintenance or you buy a Toyota. Those are your options.
Yep.
Unfortunate but true. But on to close up on the dealer thing, we obviously agree Kia Hyundai are the worst dealer experience by far. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. But I want to ask you this because I feel like we never touch on it. Mitsubishi being the like ghost.
I was about to say, I've never been to a Mitsubishi dealer, so I don't actually know if Kia or Hyundai is the worst.
I've been one time, and it was on the possibility of buying an RVR like in 2012 when the Lancer was still in production, right?
Okay.
So I very clearly remember the desperation in the salesperson's eyes when he begged to have another appointment, and we were like, no, and then left. So but the thing is, their warranty is crazy. Like their warranty's
like
nuts.
10-year, 100,000 kilometers or something.
160
or 160.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't make it anymore, but like for the longest time I used to say that like the Mitsubishi Mirage in its base trim is like, it's the perfect car for people who need a car to get to and from work that may not be in the best financial situation, because if you're going to have to lease or finance a car anyways, you used to be able to like finance the Mirage, so you'd own it at the end for like $400 a month or less if you put money down. Yeah. And it would come with the 10-year, 160,000 kilometer warranty. It had a fucking basic ass 3-cylinder NA engine, cheap to run, it's reliable. It came with air conditioning stock, and like if you just need to get to and from work because you need to make money to pay bills, I would trust that more than most used cars for similar monthly payments.
No, that
because
is absolutely,
let's be honest, if that's your financial situation, you're probably thinking in monthly payments and not overall cost, and that's fine. Like that's just the way it is sometimes.
There's nothing wrong with we're not. I feel like if anybody were listening, they would maybe accuse us of being a little bit on the like elitist side. I don't think that's what we're doing. I think that we're just saving people a lot of headache, like when we're explaining these things. Because I don't like when people are very, well, I want this thing. You can want all you want. I want to fit into a small t-shirt, but my tubby ass can't stop eating chicken. Wait, no, chicken would be good for me. Cookies, whatever. Yeah. So like it's not all about what we want. It's about what we can attain and what's good for us in the long run, right? Like what makes sense. And sometimes what makes sense, especially if you don't care about cars. This is the thing. A lot of people don't care. They want a status symbol, or they just make bad financial choices, which is insane. I'll leave it at this. It's too expensive of a burden to not be knowledgeable on this. It's this, then a house. Those are your big purchases in life. You got to be aware. So Mirage, if they still made it, primo. Yeah.
Yep. No, I'm kind of sad that one's gone.
Yeah, it's
the
depressing.
Mitsubishi dealer near me seems to sell like everything other than Mitsubishis. They have like a Subaru Baja on their lot. They have. Ooh. They were selling like a fucking Chrysler Cordoba at one point.
Where the fuck did they get that?
I don't know. They just like anything but a Mitsubishi is on that lot.
They would death before a Mitsubishi. Honestly, that's what they're like. Fuck it.
It honestly, like I've driven past it sometimes, and it literally just sometimes looks like a used car dealer that happens to say Mitsubishi on it.
Dude, it's amazing when because nobody in their right mind would buy a new Mitsubishi these days.
No.
Minus the Mirage, they have no offerings that are worth anything. Aren't they all like badge engineering? The RVR hasn't changed in like 12 years.
They had like lightning in a bottle when they released the Outlander plug-in hybrid electric, because it was actually decent for what it was, and it was priced well, and it was really competitive when it came out. But it's not anymore because it hasn't been updated since it came out.
Yeah, didn't it come out like, I think it got a facelift, but everything else is the same, or like
like they pulled a Mitsubishi on it.
Yeah, they pulled a Mitsubishi. Oh, did they just get a new one then? Sorry, I'm trying to find like they all look the fucking same, man. Like oh god, fucking Mitsubishi. And then Mitsubishi was like rally art. Did you see that recently? Mitsubishi was like, we're bringing back rally art.
Yeah, it's gonna be this is the rally art trim with red stitching and a black
Yes,
headliner
and a sticker.
and a sticker. They're taking that one out of the Toyota book with the
Yeah,
nightshade and the sport trims.
dude. And to talk about this, and then we can move on to some nightmare stories. Uh, Toyota is charging like $8,000 for a yellow car, or whatever it is.
Yeah,
like
it's not the Yuzu is the Subaru. Is it? Yeah, Yuzu's the Subaru special edition. The Toyota one, I don't even know what it is, but I know the one you're talking about. It's the yellow
GR86
GR86.
is Yuzu.
Oh, it's Yuzu? Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought. Oh, wait. No, Subaru's bringing out the purple one.
Subaru's also doing yellow one, I thought.
Oh, are they? Fuck, I don't know anymore.
Yeah, anyway.
I've stopped following ever since I sold mine.
Yeah, I don't pay attention.
But yes, I know that they're charging $8,000 for the GR86 yellow edition, which is a yellow GR86 with
Brembos.
the Brembo brakes, the Sachs dampers, and yeah, it's a TS with a body kit, and they painted it yellow, and they're charging an $8,000 premium for that. So
they're out of their fucking mind.
I mean, if you want to pay $8,000 for a body kit, some yellow paint, and a quad tip exhaust,
Go for it,
have at her.
Chief.
Otherwise, go buy a TS because it's the same car, but for the price it should be.
Yeah, I don't understand any of that shit. With anyway, if you buy that, I'm just being real with you. We're nearing $50,000 for that car, right? It's like 40 something. So like we're talking Canadian, but like
I swear it's like 47.
I just want to see
vehicles GR6 build and price
40. Yeah, it's $47,000 in Canada. That is actually GR Corolla territory. That's actually the base price, if I recall correctly.
It's 47.8, so it's basically 48 before taxes.
No, that's insane. That's actually like you would have to be a clinical idiot. Somebody out there is buying one right now. They're signing their life away.
The base GR Corolla now starts at 51.5.
Yep. So for $3,000, $4,000.
I wonder. Hold on.
What the used market is?
No. How much is a base Golf R?
It's 50, 54 or 53, something like that. So you could have
54.1.
There you go, 54.1. You could for same ballpark price, you could have a GR Corolla, brand new, or a Golf R, or you could go on the used market and get a GR Corolla for even less money than your Yuzu GR86. I love the way the car looks, but they're out of their mind.
It looks. If anybody loves yellow cars, I love yellow cars, but that's fucking insane.
No, that's fucking crazy. They're clinical. Why do they get? You know what? They do this shit all the time. Like when I was like, oh, I wanted to order a GR86, but I literally can't pick the color of my car, and it's a random lottery. I'm not doing that. It matters to me. And like you ordered you lucked out with like one you're happy with your fucking Supra color, but like, what if it came and they're like, yes, silver. Fuck you. Like you can do nothing about it.
Well, yeah, no, you got to wait for the next one.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. It's crazy.
No, it's genuinely wild.
$7,000 for 228 horsepower is absolutely wild.
And I know people are going to be like, oh, well, actually, it's more about the chassis. You mean the chassis that they fucking carried over from the old car?
Yeah, you mean the chassis that's the same one that you can get with the Subaru BRZ TS for $9,000 less.
$9,000, and I swear Subaru is doing a fucking yellow car. I swear they are. And don't get me wrong, the fucking it looks amazing in yellow with all the black accents. It really does. Yeah. But not.
It's just
$8,000.
Stupid price.
Do you know what you could do with $8,000? Like you could go have the vacation of a lifetime in Japan for $8,000. Go do it. Or would you like it to be the color of sunflower? Those are your options.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Best I can do is sunflower.
Best I can do. Best I can do is $8,000 for a bottle or a can of spray paint. Fuck them, man. Honestly, at this point, I don't care. It's over. Like, obviously, the new one is coming. Like, they're very much like, what can we do? Like, what can we just fucking get away with? And they're like, oh, it's limited, actually.
All sold. Yes, limited.
Limited, by the way.
The robot is only painting 500 of these.
Oh wow, 500 of them. That's so cool. That they're just and then they'll say stupid shit like it's because of tariffs, as if the car wasn't fucking assembled in Japan and is going to come to Canada tariffless.
It's more, I don't understand. So why is this one $8,000 more because of tariffs, but the TS isn't? They're built on the same assembly line.
Yeah, they're built right next to each other. They're built on the same assembly line our cars were built on.
Yes, it's literally the only difference is when this chassis is coming down the assembly line, they put this bumper on it, and when this chassis is coming down, they put this bumper. Like it's
nothing. It's nothing. And then they sell it to you, and they go, "You're lucky, you little bitch."
Yeah, like there's nothing really. There's no like small Japanese man in the hermetically sealed lab assembling your engine like you got with the GTR or something like that. It's just
he's not in there. He's not in there signing it with calligraphy and like doing his great craft. Like that's not what's happening. Like you can delude yourself all you want.
Pulling it off the Subaru shelf.
Yeah. Oh my god, I can't fucking do it. And like and it's annoying because I look at it and I go, oh, I would own one, but not for that amount of money.
No.
Like, if it was like $2,000, $3,000, I might be like, all right, like it's a special
38 is my limit for a BRZ, and that just happens to be, I think, where the TS is priced.
I think that's the right number. I think me personally, because
and personally, if it were for me, I'd just get like the whatever, like the Sport Tech or like the one with regular brakes and suspension, but with the heat, like the nice interior.
If you need it daily, like that's the one you're gonna get.
In fact, I think they got rid of the base for 2026.
Yeah, they did. It's 35 for the. Oh yeah, so that. Wait a minute. So yeah, it's like we were saying before. The fucking BRZ Murasaki edition. That sounded racist, but I don't care. Murasaki edition is purple. It has the fucking everything that the TS has at 39,600. The TS and the Murasaki's it's 41,900. It's literally what I said. For $2,000, that's acceptable. That's crazy. Yeah. $41,000. And Toyota is smoking their own. They're literally getting high on their own supply. They are delusional.
Yeah, for
it's
39,
barely their car.
For 39, the TS is the better buy. Personally, I'd take the Sport Tech. I think it is for 35 or 36. Like that.
Now it's just called the rear wheel drive.
Oh yeah, give me the BRZ rear wheel drive. That implies that there might be an all wheel drive version at some point.
Yes. The Sport Tech, I guess, is the automatic version of the base model. So,
or even better, the BRZ front wheel drive.
Dude, I would love. Yeah, we'll call it the Celica. I don't know, man. This is delusional. This whole thing is delusional. Toyota's smoking meth. Oh, and they're still selling the fucking Hakone edition.
No, that's just on the website. Those are all.
But that was 41.
Yeah, but the Yuzu comes with extra body kit and a TRD exhaust.
People are gonna replace anyway.
That's worth the extra $6,000.
How much do you want to bet every single one of these is gonna be like dealer marked up?
Oh, 100%.
So you're gonna be paying like $15,000 for a yellow car.
Every single one of these is gonna be driven by somebody that shows up to like BRZ and GT86 meets thinking they have something special.
Yeah, 100%. I hate it here, Nick. I fucking hate it here. Oh, there's nothing worth living for. All right. We wanted to talk about, but speaking of nightmare situations at dealerships, let's pivot from that transition. Let's pivot from the new car and let's talk about used cars. Because we were just talking about that with the Mirage and buying used cars. Now, we're big fans of buying cheap dailies. We like that.
Love me cheap daily.
But nothing is worse than when a good friend, decides to completely fucking ignore you and buy the worst car possible. So please, Nick, I think you have a story.
Yeah, I mean, I do want to preface this by saying I generally just try to not offer car advice at all anymore because, friend or not friend, I find that people just want what they want and they're going to get whatever gets sold to them because a lot of people have no self control. And that's fine. It is what it is. It's just a
Yeah.
little bit annoying to put in the hours of work to be like, hey, these will probably be good for you. And then it just gets ignored. Anyways,
Yes.
so my I have a friend who needed to buy a car because I forget something happened in his life and he needs a car, his own car now instead of borrowing the one that he was borrowing before. Um so he came to me and he's like, "Hey, I need a car, this is my budget. I want it to be within this many kilometers." So I was like, cool, that's fine. I'll see what I can find. His expectations were a little bit unrealistic, so I was like, you're probably going to have to settle for something with either more kilometers or more money with less kilometers because the market that you're trying to shop in just doesn't really exist right now. Because I think he wanted to spend like no more than 10 grand but wanted 100K or less on the car, and I was like, you're not.
Okay, you're dreaming, yeah.
Yeah. But I looked and I found some cars that, at least from what I could see in Auto Trader, looked decent. They were all in like the 7,500 to 11.5 range, and kilometers wise, they were between 67K and I think the highest one was like 130. So
Mm-hmm.
not bad.
Not the worst.
One of the ones that I found that I honestly don't know why he didn't just jump on it. It was a one owner 2012 Mazda 6,
Hmm.
4-cylinder manual, full service history, no accidents, being sold at a Mazda dealership.
Wow.
Yeah, with, I think I said it, but 67,000 original kilometers. The people had owned it since new.
Okay.
And I've specifically pointed this one out. I was like, you should go look at this and buy it. It's a little above your budget, but it is by far the best of all of these offerings.
Right.
So he went to go look at it. He was like, the dealership was kind of pushy, as dealerships are. We've all been there.
They are the way they
Um,
are.
yeah. And he was like, and it's a manual. And I was like, well, I mean, if you want to learn, I can teach you. Just let me know. So he did. I taught him. He did fine. And then like a week and a half went by, didn't hear anything. And then out of the blue, I got a message and he was like, "Hey, I bought a Jetta," and I was like, "Oh, okay, um,
Hmm.
cool." And he's like, "It's a manual, and I don't really feel comfortable driving it home just yet. Can you help me and drive it home for me?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, man, whatever, that's cool." Um, like what what year? Like, what kind of Jetta did you buy? Tell me about it. And he's like, it's 2011 or 2012 like TSI Highline. He's like, I bought it from a dealer in Kitchener. And I was like, okay, what dealer? And I'm all about name dropping here. So he bought it from United Motors with a Z.
That's United Motors in Kitchener. Come on down and get fucking scammed. Go on.
So I was like, all right, cool. Just let me know the date and time. I'll come meet you at your house. We'll go pick it up. So between that day and the day we picked up the car, I started looking into the dealer. And everything, like, I as soon as he said United Motors with a Z, that was the first red flag in my head.
Immediately. Yeah.
That was the first, because like, there are perfectly fine secondhand car dealers out there. Like I know a couple that I would trust personally. But if you got a Z at the end of the name, a little bit of a
Yeah.
red flag.
Immediately
Um,
caution.
yeah. So I googled it. I found his car on the dealer website. So I started looking at it there, and the two things that popped out to me almost immediately were One, it was not on the factory wheels. It was
Mm-hmm.
on like those 18-inch Volkswagen, kind of like I don't know, phone dial wheels.
Right.
Like they have
Yes.
the big circles in them.
Yeah.
Um, and the interior was very shiny. So they'd armoralled the living fuck out of the inside of this car.
But I remember looking at this with you. The steering wheel was still disgusting. Like all the
Yes,
crevices.
yes, yeah, like it was just. Oh, and I noticed in the dash picture, the dash was in French. So I was like,
Yes.
oh boy,
That's a good
oh
sign.
boy.
All the best
So
cars come from Quebec. Everybody
yeah,
knows
so
that.
the pickup day arrives. He starts driving me there, and he started telling me more about the car. He's like, "Oh yeah, they got it from it's a car from Quebec," and I was like, usually that's pretty fucking bad. I'm gonna be honest. He's already signed the bill of sale at this point, so like
Oh, it's a done deal, yeah.
I'm just telling him his nightmare. Like the money's gone.
This is the
I'm just telling him.
autopsy.
Yeah, I'm telling him what's going to happen at this point.
Yeah.
Um, I was like, yeah, like generally I always say like whenever like anything like Kijiji or Auto Trader, I always wish they have an option to search everywhere except Quebec,
Yeah, I wish.
and that's how I tried to make it sort of stick with him. And then he was like, oh, it's fine, but it comes safetied, and I was like I looked up the dealer. It's a trailer on a dirt lot in Kitchener.
Mm-hmm.
I can guarantee you this is not a real safety. Like
Yeah.
this is definitely a brown man safety. This is the kind of safeties they get in Brampton.
This is the kind of safety I could get you, is what we're saying,
Yeah,
to be clear.
I told it straight up. I was like, this is the kind of safety that I get from my car, where I take my car somewhere and I pay them money and they sign the sheet and let me go home.
I pay
That's
them
the
too
kind
much
of
money.
yeah, like I pay them more than what a safety costs, and in doing so, they say the car is safe. That's the kind of safety that your car got. Um, so anyways, um, we pull up to the dealership and it literally is like it is an unair conditioned trailer on a dirt lot in Kitchener behind like a liquor store.
Yeah, we looked at it. It's like in a neighborhood. Like,
Yeah, like there's like they lined the front of the parking lot with cars, and there's like weeds growing through the bumpers and out of the grill of these cars.
do you
That
remember?
is,
Do you remember we went to that fucking restaurant and we looked across the street? Remember we were out on a drive in Niagara area? Was it the Queen's Head? And there was just a
yes,
lot, and it had those like the kind like this. If you ever
banners,
watch
the
Transformers
flags.
with the like the
Yeah,
little fucking dangly thing, like where he goes to the used car lot, and I was like, Nick, why do they hang those? Because like I just like you would probably be shopping online. It's not like they need to attract you to the lot. And you went, there are some people in this world that are attracted by shiny things. And I'm like, I
yeah,
don't. Yeah, but that. Sorry, please continue. I apologize.
yeah, and like the whole way to the dealer, my friend was telling me like, oh no, the sales guy was really nice. He was telling me like, oh, we wouldn't sell a car that was in bad condition, blah blah blah. Driving. Oh, the Jetta was a manual. I
Mm-hmm.
already said that, but he was like, I used to be in the military and I taught people to drive manual in the military, and I was like, that's a really weird job to have in the military, but okay.
Yeah. All right.
Basically, my friend went there, drank the Kool-Aid,
Mm-hmm.
and signed the sheet. He didn't even drive the car; he just sat in
Oh.
it, and I was like, you didn't have them like take you for a test drive or anything, like, you know. Again, I'm gonna be honest, pretty little fucking sketchy. Um, but anyways, so we got there. We parked in the lot next door because there's no actual parking at the dealership. And we're walking up to the dealership, and like you got to walk kind of through their inventory before you get to their
My favorite kind.
storefront in
Mm-hmm.
quotes. Um, and I remember looking to my left and seeing a WRX, like a VA, like 2015 to 2021 generation
Mm-hmm.
WRX, with the side skirt on one side literally just hanging off. Like the body tape failed and it was just hanging there
Right. Good
on.
omen.
I was like, oh fuck, okay. So another 15 feet or so we get to the dealership. and his car is already out front. They've clearly just run it through a car wash because it's covered in water spots.
Sure.
And it's already running. And that was like red flag number, it was honestly probably red flag number 4 at this
Yeah.
point. Um,
Do you want to
because
explain it to them? Yeah, just sorry.
yeah, because like if you're buying a used car and you get there and it's already running, it means they're hiding something. They didn't want you to start that car for some reason until after you've left the property, when it is now inconvenient for you to go back. So it being running was already a red flag. So I stood outside. I just started doing a walk around of the car. My friend went in to finish signing the paperwork and get his ownership and everything. So I'm doing a walk around of the car. I can already smell a little bit of oil, like hot oil smell, like it's leaking in a potentially exhaust area. Um, so I'm like, okay, that's not great. I looked at the tires, and granted, the tires were new. They were just like, I forget the exact brand, but they were like D tier Chinese tires. They were
They were
like the
not
we need to pass.
unrecognizable.
They were the
Yeah.
we need to pass the safety specials.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then all the wheels were just absolutely curbed and mangled. Um, there was a really big rust bubble on the driver's side A pillar at the top of the, like where the A pillar meets the roof and the windshield area there.
Good.
Uh, and yeah, I was like, that's not that. I pointed out to him, I was like, this isn't great. Like, if you plan to keep this car for any amount of time, you'll probably want to fix that before it gets worse, but it's also going to be expensive to fix that. Um, and then I went, as I was walking around the back, I looked at the bumper, and this car had very clearly either been hit or backed into something during its life, because I could see the impact marks that had very clearly had been tried to have been buffed out,
Yes.
because I could see the buffing marks on top of the impact marks. So I was like, okay, that's
It's a really good omens,
red
really
flag
good
number 6
things.
at this point.
Yeah.
Get in the car. No full tank of gas. They gave us a quarter tank to drive back to Hamilton from Kitchener.
Mm-hmm.
So no full tank of gas for us, just a complimentary car wash. First thing I noticed when I sat down in the car, reeks of smokes.
Great.
Like absolutely, like I drove home, or like I drove back to Hamilton with the front windows down, the back windows down, and the sunroof open, and I could still smell the smoke.
Holy shit.
There was no getting rid of it. It was on my clothes when
I
I got
thought
out
he
of the
sat
car.
in it.
He did.
Okay.
So I don't know. I guess some people. I guess I don't know. Smoke smell is like a deal killer for me, but I guess
Yeah, me too.
some people it isn't. For him, it wasn't. I don't know.
I suppose.
So so we got his ownership. I put it in the glove box. I told him, when you get home, make sure you just photocopy this front and back, put the copy in the car, keep the original at home. Same with your insurance slips. Drove the car over to the next slot where we were parked, because he was going to follow me back. And that's when I shut the car off, and I was like, hey, let's just take sort of 5 minutes here and familiarize yourself with the car, like how the headlights work, the radio,
Mm-hmm.
all that. And we're like, okay, yeah, that's fine. So we did that. The first thing that I noticed is the the gauge cluster display is perpetually in French on the phone menu. It does not change to English. Everything else will change to English except that menu.
What?
And you cannot connect your phone to Bluetooth unless you do it through the dash menu.
Which is in French.
Which is in French. The head unit, you don't do it through there. You have to do it through the dash menu, which is perpetually in French.
Good.
So that's the first thing I noticed. The second thing I noticed, which I didn't catch earlier at the dealership, is in the sun visor, there were the sun visors, obviously in every car, it's basically just a piece of plastic wrapped in some like cushion and leather or
yeah.
cloth or whatever. This fake leather had like 3 holes in it. Like something used to be mounted on this visor,
Okay.
and they just took it out and left the holes there with the exposed plastic, like the core of the visor
What the hell?
peeking through. It almost looked like there used to be like a light or something there, and they just took it out.
Okay.
I have no fucking clue. I don't know Volkswagens. I don't think your car has a light there. I don't know what was there, but there were
Uh,
holes there now.
okay.
Um, from there, the next thing that I noticed is they gave him 2 fobs, but only one of them was a key to the car.
So what was the other one?
I don't know. The one was the
What do you
standard
mean?
the one was a standard Volkswagen fob. It had like the button you press and the key comes out, and then it had
Right.
like lock, unlock, pop the trunk, and like the panic button.
Okay.
And then the other fob looked like an aftermarket fob, but I couldn't find any branding on it anywhere. And it literally just had a lock and unlock button.
Did it work?
And that, no.
Whose fucking keys are these, dude?
I don't know. The keys on the Volkswagen, or the buttons on the Volkswagen fob work. The buttons on the aftermarket fob, I don't know.
What the
Because this,
fucking shit?
like, it didn't have any manufacturer brand. Like, it wasn't an OEM fob.
Right.
It was like they installed like an aftermarket alarm or something in this car at one point,
Oh
and
yeah.
this was the
Okay.
fob for that. So, anyways, from there, went to start the car again, and I didn't actually know this about Volkswagens, or maybe this is just his Volkswagen and isn't normal for them at all. But I actually had to hold the start button down until the car started. I didn't. It didn't just. It's not like you just press it and the car starts.
Mine doesn't do that. You just press it as long as your foot's on the brake. If you depress
Oh,
it
okay.
without your
Because
foot on the brake, you know.
because every single push button car I've been in my life up until now has been that you just press the button, it starts it, and you go.
Yes.
But his, I had to hold the button down, and if I let go of it before the car started, it just wouldn't start.
It would
The
stop
starter would
cranking.
stop. Yes,
That can't be right. There's no way.
I did it like 3 times. I had to be sure of myself. I was like, am I fucking like, am I going insane? Like, this is happening, right? So I literally turned it on and shut it off 3 times. And I was like,
Mhm.
no, if I let go of this button before the car is done turning over, it doesn't
Right.
start. So, oh, and before the car starts, every time you start it, it would click like 5 times from somewhere behind the dash on the driver's side.
That's so
Like you,
fucking
like
sketchy.
as soon as you press the starter button down, you would hear like click, 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 and then it would start cranking. And I told my friend, I was like, hey man, that is especially not fucking normal. I don't
What
know
did he
what that
say?
is, but if I could guess, it's related to this fob that doesn't work.
100%. There must have been an ignition issue and they've like hot wired the ignition. That's exactly what it is.
It's fucking something. And then the last thing I noticed was that the window switches were kind of, I, I guess sticky's the word, but like, you know how you have like auto up and auto down,
Mm-hmm.
and it like you like click it once and that's normal up, and then you click it again and that's the auto.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah.
would get stuck on that second click, like stuck up or stuck down.
Oh,
So
good.
you'd have to like manually reset the button. Um, so that was also kind of fucking weird. The drive home otherwise was uneventful, just smelled like smoke. Um,
Didn't you say there
oh,
was like,
sorry, it
yeah.
wasn't entirely uneventful. So we had to go on the highway for a little bit before to get to one of the roads we needed to come back into Hamilton. And as I was braking to come to a stop to get off the highway, brake judder. So
Yes.
the brakes were cooked.
Absolutely
Um,
mangled
and it was
brakes.
like quite bad brake judder.
Like, there's
And
no
the
way this
pedal,
passed?
no, this would not have passed a safety with those brakes. Absolutely fucking not. Um, and the pedal went like quite far down,
Right.
which again, like the Supra's German, and I don't have to push the pedal to the floor to get brakes. Like it usually grabs kind of near the top.
Yes.
Um, I assume the Golf is somewhat similar.
Very similar. My brakes are pretty quick.
So yeah, so this car, like you'd press the brake pedal and it wouldn't start grabbing until close to the floor. So either the brakes are cooked, the fluid's cooked, it wasn't bled properly, or all three of those,
I think all
or
three
any
is
combination
probably,
of those.
yeah, it's all three.
So we got back to his house. I was like, the drive was mostly normal. It's not throwing check engines or anything, but the clicking, the brakes, um, whatever the fuck is like none of this is normal. You'll probably want to call the dealer back and be like, hey, what's up? Um, so from there again, I didn't hear from him for like a week. And then he just messaged me like a week later. He's like, "Hey, are there any good Volkswagen shops around where I live or around Hamilton?" So I recommended him one. I recommended him to Autobahn in Stony Creek, which is a good shop. So he took the car there, and I don't know exactly what needed to be replaced on it. I didn't get an itemized list, but he got a quote back of $3,200 in repairs
Oh, baby.
on a car that he paid 9 grand for.
So we're at 12.2.
Yes. And me being the hilarious person that I am, immediately pointed out, hey, that Mazda 6 was cheaper.
Yep. Yep.
But I don't know I haven't heard anything since. Apparently he called the dealership back quite angry at them, but I don't know
They're going to tell him to go
if the work
fucking kick
order's
rocks.
going through, or if yeah, like there's no fuck. They say like, oh, there's a 30-day warranty. Like, no, there isn't. They're just saying there's a 30-day
No, there's
warranty.
not.
They're gonna weasel their fucking way out of that immediately.
Yeah.
So yeah, like my best guess is like it's a mid-teens Volkswagen turbo product. It's early gen EA 888.
Yes.
I'm guessing there's turbo or turbo oil line issues and or water pump issues.
Would it technically be an EA888 if it's a 1.8T? Oh, it is. Okay. I was just checking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that I would 100% believe that. There's probably a lot of issues in that car.
Yeah, I'm very much guessing that it's the most common EA 888 issues that have just been left unaddressed on that car.
I would love it if you could find an itemized, just for my own pleasure, the itemized list of what went
I'll
wrong.
try and get it. I'll try and get it from I don't know. Like I told him before he got into car shopping, I was like, hey, like generally Japanese or domestic cars are the more sort of, you can be a little fast and loose with the maintenance and they won't punish you as much. German cars are very, this is the schedule and you better follow it. And if it's a turbo car, you cut those oil change intervals in half.
Yeah.
And check your oil often because they're all going to burn at some point. And I mean, he sort of dove in head first and he's gotten the full Volkswagen experience now.
He fucking is. He's getting the Volkswagen experience, but he's getting the Volkswagen experience of someone else fucked it up, and now he gets to buy it from a shady dealer.
Sorry, like he's getting the bad Volkswagen experience.
He's getting the secondhand Volkswagen experience. That's what
basically he's experiencing why I told him not to buy a secondhand German car from a sketchy dealer.
Yeah, he should have fucking listened, but here we are. So, dude, I'm looking at this dealer, and not that it's not your friend's fault, because it is your friend's fault, so that we're clear. the deals that you can find on this dealer's website are screaming. They are screaming deals. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I mean, would you like a 2015 Hyundai Genesis V6 for 13 grand? That's a
If you want
$60,000 car.
if you want to have a real laugh, go on their Instagram and watch some of their reels and just like listen to the words and like the grammar being used.
I will be doing that. What is that? United. I think we went through this, but yes, United.
Yeah.
And I will say all of their vehicles are just next level. Like,
I very specifically remember one Instagram reel where they were doing a reel on Jettas, specifically their Jetta inventory, and they had one Jetta GLI there, and they were like, the GLI means it's rally inspired.
oh, I remember this. I remember this big time. Oh, dude, this girl with her fucking, what do you call that piercing between the bridge of the nose?
I don't fucking know.
I don't know. It's what I call it is a red flag, personally, but
It's the United Motors piercing.
the United Motors piercing. Dude, oh, Jesus Christ. This is like, if you ever wanted to find someone who's morally bankrupt, you go to one of these lots. You really do. Like,
You need to watch one of the videos of like, I don't know if he's just a sales guy or if he's the owner, but of
Okay.
that guy talking.
Is this your friend? I'm looking at
Maybe.
a picture of a guy holding a sold sign in front of a black Jetta, but
Please send me the post.
they seem to put, this is from September. Is one of
This
these
is
your
lining-
friend? It would be really
This is
funny.
lining up with his purchase date.
Is it? Okay, it's just like one little shot of like he's in one of the there's so many.
Is it like a real video?
Yeah,
Like
I
an
just sent it. Yeah.
reel? Okay. Okay.
I would really adore it if they put your friend on blast for buying a clapped Jetta from them. Is your friend one of these fine gentlemen? Please, God, say yes. He's reviewing the footage.
No.
Okay, all right.
He's
You know
not
what?
One of those.
It would have been perfect, but unfortunately,
I would have had quite the laugh.
we would have had to get you some
That would have been
oxygen.
one to post in the group chat I'm in with him.
Dude,
For fun.
next level. Like, it's just this is, if you ever want to see someone who's morally bankrupt, you go to like a sand lot dealer, like a gravel lot dealer. They are there's nothing good for you here. I want to make this this is a wholesale statement. There are no good gravel sand lot dealers, dirt lot, whatever the fuck you call it. They're all
Zero.
They will sell you a car someone has died in and they put a bumper on. Like, they're happy to do it.
Whenever this guy's in a video,
the fine gentleman.
That's the kind of dealer that this is.
I'm not gonna play because it will get in the recording. But oh yes, all right, yeah, I gotcha. If you want to see these videos, United_Motors with a Z or Z, depending on where you are. Oh fucking Christ, this dude will rob you blind, 100%. They will. Like, and my favorite part about all of this is like they'll tell you about the car. I'm literally about to. Look, he did it. They'll tell you about the car. They'll explain like, oh, was this much brand new? We're selling it at this price. Not tell you that it's like fucking 3 cars pieced together. They got it from Quebec and it's like 260,000 kilometers.
They have videos of their quote unquote like service department, and it literally just looks like it's like a wooden shed out somewhere, either behind the dealer or I don't even fucking know.
It fucking is. That's why. Dude, we fix them. No, you don't. You should be afraid if someone says we fit. Dude, they're literally they're cleaning off the fucking oil stains off the bottom of the car in this video. That's crazy. They do their own safeties. I fucking called it. Wait, no, you fucking called. We fucking called. I don't remember where we started. You called it.
I fucking called it on the way to the dealer. I was like, you got a Brampton special safety, my friend.
Okay, they have United Auto Repair which is able to do safeties. They do their own fucking safeties, dude. No shock. No
That is
fucking shock.
horrifying.
No, that is actually, this is the thing, and they just get away with it. There's nothing is going to come of this, of us having this discussion. It will just continue.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah. Nothing ever comes of this. Like,
oh no. United Auto Repair is like 2 bays attached to a gas station.
yeah, it's not anything. They just have enough to be able to give safeties. Steer fucking clear. We don't like dealers. We don't like conventional big dealers, but I promise you that they are leaps and bounds better than these guys. Like, it's not even the same thing. It's not even the same world.
I broke it down to him as, like, I always like to break things down because I feel like a lot of people universally understand the, like, S tier through F tier.
Yeah.
I was like, most first party dealers like Toyota, Mazda, whatever, they're like A tier, high B.
Yeah.
Like Porsche, Ferrari, Lexus, etc. Those are like S tier. Like, they go above and beyond for your sort of service experience, because look at how much you're fucking spending there. These dealers are like F tier.
Yeah.
Maybe D tier.
If they didn't have their own shop, it would be a D. But the fact that they can kind of cycle their own cars through their own shop, that's an F.
Oh yeah, F.
Yeah.
And that's how I explained it. And then I also said you're probably going to want to get rid of these tires next year. So right off at this point, because we're coming into winter, so you're going to need winter tires.
Mm-hmm.
And I showed him Quattro tires. I was like, hey, buy your tires from here, really cheap, best prices you'll find. But yeah, haven't heard anything since. I'll see if I can get an itemized list of what the car needs at some point.
I would love to know. I feel bad, but at the same breath, I'm kind of like, you know what?
Yeah, you know what? Like, it sucks. I felt bad, but at the same time, I was like, I told you, like, you could have listened, but
yeah, like, it's always gambling. And this is the thing. Sometimes people win when they gamble. That's true. But most of the time, you don't hear, like, it's the losers that aren't going to be shouting from the rooftops that they got fucked over. Or they do, actually, a little bit. But, like, they kind of get, like, driven by the wayside. These dealers continue to opt. There's a reason that this market exists the way that it does. No, oh, my God, she's got a fucking neck tattoo. I'm just realizing nothing fucking cooler.
I mean, admittedly, as soon as I heard United Motors, that was a bit of a red flag, because I knew this dealership used to exist in a different location that wasn't Kitchener, and then it closed and renamed itself slightly and reopened.
Yeah, I'm fully willing to believe that. I'm fully willing to believe that. That's very sketchy. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, he's detailing a car under a tree. Good. This is what they call detailing. He's rubbing down a mirror with a fuck, man. All right. We've amazingly we've run out of time because we just can't get enough of bad dealers. But I don't know. I think we'll call it here. We'll try to do some more fun next week, but I'll let you know. I'll let the one listener know how it goes if I get my car back in a reasonable manner, and if the dealer ends up screwing me, we'll see.
Yeah, and I'm sure you'll get it back with most of those parts reinstalled.
Most of them, at least, yes. If I don't have any loose bolts, I'm doing better than you, in fairness. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. Well, thank you as always for listening. Next week we're gonna come back. We're gonna do a little spooky story. Halloween's around the corner. You know, just some spooky road driving. So things you see at night on the road.
Try and find some fun stuff.
Yeah, for sure. If you're not following us on Instagram, follow us on Instagram at CurbrashYT. And keep us in mind. You can always look on Spotify if you want to listen there. And we will see you next time.